Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I can't believe I'm saying this right now, but yeah, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be filming a video where I'm going to be sharing 5 lessons that I'm learning in 2025. I knew I needed to film a video and post, but then I was thinking, what do I film? I remember that this is already like December and very soon we're going to be getting into 2026. I thought, you know what, let me reflect on some of the things that have happened to me in 2025 and like the lessons I learned from them, and then decide to share it with people, with my babies in this channel. That is why today I actually wrote them down, some of the things that happened to me in 2025, and I learned some lessons from them. As I'm doing this video, I'm also talking to myself because I want to pay attention to these lessons. I'm going to watch this video back in January 2026 so that I am conscious of these things and I apply them in my 2026. Let me get right into the video. The first lesson I learned this 2025 is that you need audacity / you need to stop overthinking things. This one is very personal because for somebody like me that has this tendency of overthinking things, like this year I saw so many people that blew because of audacity, like people that had entered places because of audacity. If you're a TikTok person, you would have literally heard many people talk about this thing, but this thing particularly, I am learning it. It is something I'm learning, that a lot of people, even physically, people that I know that actually just got into things and did things, it was just because they had the audacity to meet people and tell them what they want, and like doors begin to open for them. You need audacity. You need audacity. If you know how many people that blew this year because of audacity, like you just see someone doing something that you feel so cringe about, like how will you be doing this thing? And somehow they don't care, like they don't give it, they just don't care, and they're doing what they're doing and they're making way for themselves. They're making their money simply because they just have audacity. Audacity is like have the boldness and confidence to just do what you need to do without overthinking. Because I know I'm not the only one that is in this overthinking game, that you're every move you're like calculating. Oh my god, I don't want to seem too 2026 will be seeming too, let someone say, oh, you're too much, you're everywhere. So this is something I'm learning and I'm hoping to apply it in 2026. The second lesson I learned from my book, Inner Child Wound is Real. Like this one, I actually started learning it very well in the last quarter. Like before now, I heard so many people talk about inner child wound, like how you need to take care of your inner child and all of that. But until something happened to me and forced me to actually sit down and pay attention to this inner child, I realized that so many people, like the anxiety you're having and the issues you're having in your adult life, might not necessarily be what is going on that time. It might not be a manifestation of the reality of what is going on. It might just be manifestations of things that happened when you were a child, and it's still somehow finding a way to hunt you down and shape your reality as an adult. Like you see people who are constantly overthinking things, people who are constantly feeling bad, like you're constantly feeling unmotivated to do things and stuff like that, and you're thinking, oh my god, why am I doing this? Because I watch a lot of videos and people are making videos like this about how to feel confident and all of that, but most of the time we don't even understand that why there's a rise in like lack of confidence, or if I will call it that, is people are carrying stuff that they have not taken the time to like work on. They have not taken the time to pay attention. I know mental health to some people is like, don't even, please just have to focus and be grinding and be focused. Nobody has time to talk about it. But the truth is that if you don't talk about it, it's going to somehow like weigh on you and it's going to affect you. So you have to pay attention to mental health generally. You have to pay attention to mental health, and inner child wound is real. People are carrying issues from their childhood, things that affected them, things that people said to them, and today it is making them react certain way to life in general. I realized this like last quarter, and it literally changed me because I intentionally started paying attention to patterns of my life, and I saw a repetition of the things that I went through or things that I felt when I was a child. This thing is something that I feel like in 2026 people should begin to pay attention to, that Pay attention to the patterns of your life, pay attention to the way you react to certain things, because some of these things are manifestations of wounds that you've had. There are actually so many sites now that give you should I call it it's journal prompts, yes, and like that just teach you guide on how to go about healing the inner child. Like they will teach you how to go about discovering and healing and reparenting and all of those type of stuff. The third lesson I learned in 2025 is you need to love yourself. This is somehow connected to the last one, like healing yourself and then loving yourself. I feel like concept of loving yourself is not well talked about. Like I learned this thing in 2025. Like you need to pay attention to yourself. You know how you'll be looking at people, admiring them, and you're like, oh my god, this person just looks so good. This person always has a way of like keeping themselves together. And sometimes you even want to get attention from these people. Some of the time, the people you're looking at or you're admiring, they're not giving you the attention because you don't look like somebody they would want to give attention to. I'm going to be applying this in 2026. Put energy in myself, love myself, do things for myself, like physical, mental health, everything. You will realize that most of the things you even want to get, most of the rooms you want to get into, you're not getting into it because of the way you're not really putting the energy into yourself. This is a big lesson, and in 2026 you have to stop saying yes to everybody, things that drain you. Know those situations, those environments, those friendships. Look deep down into yourself. You will realize that this thing does not serve you, this thing is always draining you, but you're still there because you don't know how to get out. 2026, we're changing that, and it is going to be beautiful. You have to start loving yourself. Put yourself first. Take care of yourself, take care of your physical being, take care of everything, even in the most little capacity. Just take care of yourself. The fourth lesson I learned in 2025 is that you need to stop living life randomly. I'm not saying, oh, have like detailed plan like every day. You know how some people in a year they have their quarterly goals, they have their monthly goals, they have their daily goals and all of that. Some people feel overwhelmed by that, or you feel like they don't have that much clarity to be able to plan their life in that much details. But have some sort of like general broad like goals, what you're looking forward to achieve. The fifth lesson I am learning, or I learned this 2025, you're not behind. You listen to a lot of people talk about their goals for the year and how they achieved some things. People talk about everything, do this, do that, don't do this, I'm learning this, I'm not learning that. And sometimes it seems overwhelming. But I just want to say that I'm learning this year. I also learned this year that sometimes these things, everything is just going on so fast and you think you're like behind or you're not doing enough and you're beating yourself up. But the truth is that when you look back at it, you see that some of the people you even thought were doing everything and they were doing the most, they were actually not doing the most. It seems like there's a lot of people that have a lot of things and their life is working. Like you see your friends and they're doing so many things, and sometimes you begin to feel like what exactly is going on. But I just want to say that we are not behind. I am saying this to myself. We are not behind, because I look back, there are things that even in January, like I can remember being so obsessed with it, feeling like, oh, if I did not get this thing, I've not gotten anything. Like I was so obsessed with it, and through the year you get it, and now you're looking back in December, you're like, wow, was I really that obsessed over this thing or over this person and over? So it just shows you that sometimes you're really just being or feeling overwhelmed with something or what you've not achieved and all of that, because you feel like you're missing out, you feel like maybe your life is behind. But in actual reality, it's not. Everybody has their own lane, everybody has their own thing going on for them, and everybody has their own time for them. This thing, a lot of people have said it so many times, but I'm realizing it now that everybody has their own life. You could see someone start a particular thing at a time and they're not doing so well. Someone else starts it at a different time and everybody just has their own lane and has their own space, what works for them and how their life goes. So literally, this is me trying to say to y'all and to say to myself too that we are not behind.